Hey guys, Dave here. Welcome to the Centurions review, the punk rock band of War Game Review Institutions. I have a little micro game here. It's a free micro game, actually. In the 1980s, Yaquinto gave this away with their catalog, so we'll just show you what this little micro game looks like in the catalog. This is Attack of the Mutants. The professor and his team of experts work frantically to perfect the Ad Astra project at the university's Science Center. Just moments before they are ready to conduct their final test, the outer halls of the building shatter as the radioactive mutants of a devastated Earth attack. Can you, as the human player, hold off the fearsome attack of the mutants? Can you, as the mutant player, defeat the humans and their brave little robots before they escape? It says this was made in 1981. Let's take a look and see what this is about. First thing I want to show you, this is kind of neat. It's got the die-cut counters built right into this whole thing is just like cardstock, so that's kind of cool how they did it. I mean, sure, they're really thin counters, but kind of a economical way to make them. And it starts down here going over setting up the game, and then there's the sequence of play. That's what we're interested in. Mutant player takes the first turn. The first thing the mutant player does is decide which, if any, of the mutant counters will attempt to smash, which is destroy a door. Okay. And that goes over door smashing. After all door smashing attempts have been completed, the mutant player may now move any or all of the mutant counters that did not attempt to smash doors. Okay. And after all mutant movement has taken place, all combat, if any, is resolved, and it's got a section on how to have combat. After all combat has been resolved, the mutant player's portion of the turn is complete. Now it's the human player's turn. First thing the human player does is move any or all of his counters, alright? And after he's finished moving his counters, he does any combat, if any. And after all combat has been resolved, the human player's portion of the turn is over. And the next step in this sequence of play is called the go and glow portion of the turn. This portion of the turn affects only the radioactive mutant counters. If it is an even number game turn, the mutant player will roll one die for each radioactive mutant counter on the board. If he gets a 5 or 6, the mutant counter is removed from the game. Interesting. And the last step in the sequence of play is the end of the complete game turn, where you just move the game turn marker and then you just keep going through the sequence of play for 10 complete game turns, and then goes over how to have combat and how to resolve combat, and here's how to win. The mutant player wins if at the end of a complete game turn he has one or more mutant counters in the center room of the building area up before the end of the game. Okay. And then the human player can win if there are no mutant counters in the center room of the building area at the end of any complete game turn up into through turn 10. If one player loses all of his counters and the other player still has counters in the game, then it's an instant victory for the player that's still left. All right, I just stopped the video and went over the how to win. Let's go over this again because there's something wrong with it. Mutant player wins if at the end of a complete game turn, that's any game turn, he has one or more mutant counters in the center room before the end of the game. So if at the end of the turn he has a mutant counter in this room, he wins the game. Now here, listen carefully to the human part. The human player wins if there are no mutant counters in the center room of the building area at the end of any complete game turn. So let's go over that again. If at the end of any game turn there's a mutant counter in the center room, the mutant wins. However, if there's none there, the human wins. So that doesn't make sense because you couldn't have more than one turn, because at the end of a turn you either have a mutant in that center room or you don't. If there's one in the room, the mutant player wins. If there's none in the room, the human player wins, so their victory conditions are screwed up. Yeah, that's weird. So when I play this, I'm gonna say if the mutant player has one at the end of their turn in here, they automatically win, and the human player wins at the end of the game if there's none in there, but I'm not gonna say at the end of each turn like it's says there. That doesn't sound right. That sounds messed up. But if anyone's seeing something that I'm missing, let me know. But let's look at the counters here. Alright, it's got the sequence of, well, the counters has an H3 and a J2. I think the H3 means when it's attacking a human, and the J means when it's attacking a robot. I briefly went through the rules earlier. Game turn marker. Smash door counter. Here's the smash door table if you're trying to smash a table, and the glow and go chart. Alright, and then this is a simple area map here. It's got a turn record track. And there's the counters. Like I said, they found a really slick way to make the counters economical. Problem is, you need reading glasses. If you need reading glasses, you are not going to be able to read these letters and numbers in the bottom unless you get your reading glasses on. They're pretty small. But other than that, I mean, for a free game, looks kind of cool. Let's take a look at the catalog here. Thin red line. Great readout. I might have had this in the past. I don't think I got a chance to play it, though. Pickett's Charge. Ironclads, I've had that. I don't think I played it. That goes for a good penny, 88, never tried it. There's Panzer and Armor. Heard a rumor that the guy who ran Yaquinto got some editor job making big bucks at some other company or something. That's why he stopped running this company. I don't know if that's true, though. Just a rumor I heard. There's the Sword and the Flame. That's miniature rules. My dad plays that. That's for colonial British and stuff. Those are really good rules. Really good. Beast Lord, I have that. I did an unboxing video of it. I haven't had a chance to try it yet. And then there's Mythology there. I haven't owned that yet. Starfall, I don't think... oh, wait, I think I do own that. I just haven't done an unboxing of it yet or looked through it. Time War, that looks interesting. Didn't even know that existed. Shooting Stars, that looks cool. Marine 2002, I've played it several times. I think I've even owned it. I just can't remember if I liked the game or not. I think I must have liked it. I would have remembered it if I didn't like it. And there's Attack of the Mutants, the full version. This is kind of just like the intro version. They have a box game version, which I'm sure has more beefed up rules and more scenarios and stuff. Swashbuckler, I have that. Hero, I've either had it or I had it now. Beachhead, never had. Fast Attack Boats, I've had. That's a good game. Get that if you ever come across it. Alright, Demon's Run, need to get that. Barbarians, I believe I have that, just haven't tried it yet. Asteroid Pirates, that looks cool, haven't had it yet. What else do we got here? Fall of South Vietnam, that's a nice game by Neil Zimmer. Real nice area control game. I enjoyed it, very simple too. Superiority, I have that. I think I did an unboxing video of that. I've read the rules and stuff. I should try that one of these days. I'm not sure why I haven't tried it yet. Apache, I haven't got that yet. These four here I haven't owned. Neck and Neck, the horse racing game, Battle. And Market Madness haven't owned, and the Roaring Twenties haven't owned. Here's Dallas. I used to, when I was a kid, I used to watch this with my mom. She liked watching soap operas. The only soap operas I could tolerate were Dallas and Falcon Crest. I remember when J.R. Ewing got shot the last episode of one of the seasons, and they didn't show who shot him until the next season. So there's people walking around Chicago between seasons with buttons on saying, "I shot J.R." Don't know if any of you remember that, but if I ever come across this game for a reasonable price, I'll pick it up just for the hell of it, just to see how it is. But anyhow, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please click like on it, and if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to this channel. And as always, have a good evening.